Before the first frame of Strange Darling even hits the screen, a title card makes a very specific boast. Shot entirely on 35mm film. It's a filmmaker telling you they care about texture. They care about the old ways. But in the case of director J.T. Molner's latest, it's actually a warning. It's the first of many ways this movie is going to manipulate your nostalgia against you. The film announces its sincerity so loudly that you instinctively trust it, and that trust is exactly what it intends to weaponize. We've all seen the final girl trope. We've seen the man with a shotgun in the woods. We've seen the grainy, sun-drenched horror of the 70s. We think we know the rules of this game, but Strange Darling isn't playing the game. It's playing you. The movie is structured in 6 chapters, but it presents them out of order. Usually, non-linear storytelling is a flex, a way for a director to look clever. Here, it's a surgical tool. By jumping into Chapter 3 first, Molner forces you to make a snap judgment. You see a woman, messy and terrified. You see a man, armed and relentless. Your brain, wired by decades of slasher cinema and genre thrillers, fills in the blanks instantly. He is the demon. She is the lady. The brilliance of the script is that it doesn't lie to you. It just exploits your assumptions. It uses the gaps between chapters to let your own biases do the heavy lifting. You spend the first 30 minutes feeling a very specific type of dread, only to realize later that the dread was real, but the reason for it was completely upside down. Shot on 35mm film by Giovanni Ribisi, this doesn't look like a digital movie with a vintage filter slapped on it. It feels tactile. It feels sweaty. You can see the grain. The use of color is almost aggressive. There are scenes bathed in a neon blue so thick you can almost taste the ozone, contrasted against the jagged, natural greens of the Oregon wilderness. Why does this matter for a thriller? Because the visuals are doing the character work that the dialogue is intentionally hiding. The camera lingers on faces, Willa Fitzgerald and Kyle Gallner, in extreme close-ups that feel uncomfortably intrusive. You're looking for a sign, a tell. Is he the monster? Is she the victim? The film uses 35mm depth of field to isolate them, making you feel like you're trapped in a room with 2 people who are both keeping secrets from you. And crucially, the camera never tells you whose secret is more dangerous. In a normal thriller, the actors have a clear North Star. I am the hero, or I am the villain. But because of the non-linear structure, Fitzgerald and Gallner have to play multiple versions of themselves simultaneously. They have to play the version of the character we think they are in Chapter 3, and the version of who they actually are in Chapter 1. Fitzgerald's performance is a masterclass in affect. She shifts her energy so subtly that you don't realize the character has changed until the rug is already pulled out from under you. It's a twist of perspective. You realize that you were watching a character study of a predator. You just weren't sure which one was which. Strange Darling is a movie about the risks we take, the risks of trusting a stranger. But mostly, it's about the risk of believing your own eyes. We see an effect before we see the cause. We see the victim before we see the vulnerability. It's a masterclass in point of view. It proves that the truth is entirely dependent on where you start the clock. It's one of the few modern thrillers that actually earns its edginess, because it isn't just trying to shock you, it's trying to show you how easily you can be deceived by a pretty face and a familiar trope. Did you see the big shift coming, or did it catch you off guard? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.